Yeah, I mean, marriages do create alliances. You're right. We could go and look for something else. No. No. I'm going to marry him. I'm young. I'm only 41. I'm like a neonate still. I don't know the larger implications of the world. Plus, he is technically my liege, so maybe we can use that to get a little bit more influence over him. I'm just saying. Yeah, the next CK3 patch expansion is going to be amazing here. I'm glad you accept your hand in marriage. May power bless our union, my benign wife. I won't be benign for long. You just wait. But I love him, exactly. All right. Oh, Duke Jürgen von Verden, my pet. Wait, I think this event is. Oh no, okay. It is supposed to be me talking. To think that I can embrace you openly now, with the blessing of both power and the people around us. I am the happiest woman alive. Come here, husband of mine. I thought it was him talking. It was like, wait. Is he wearing chainmail? Yeah, the CK3 chainmail is always funny, because it's like the full chainmail. All right. We are now married, which doesn't really change too much in the world. But, you know, at least we can be a little bit happier in there. Okay. My heir, I do have a nephew, sure, whatever. You know, another Toreador out there. But again, we're not going to die of old age. It's not the same sort of deal. Let's take a look at our realm here. So we've got our one area, the County of Mansfield. We've got our castle. We have some subtle noble influence. The buildings in this game in this mod are very, very different, the way that they work. We would like to get some money. Let's take a look at our council and see what the situation is. We don't currently have a chaplain. Wow, so we have a skill 4 and a skill 0 currently available. We're going to go chaplainless for a little while and hope we can get something a little bit better. Our Chancellor Giselle, only a skill 5. But we don't have anyone better. Wow. Hildegard is skill 8. We got a skill 5 Marshal. There is an 8 Marshal available. We could put Theodrada, who's one of our Knigets, in as a martial position. That might be a good idea. I mean, the problem is we're only a count, right? We're only countess, so we don't have a big court to draw from. Skill 5 Spy Master is the best. Now, she is a Baroness. Wow, she's got some face. Oh, she's a Nosferatu! That would explain why. I'm like, why are you so ugly? That would certainly be why. So she's our vassal. We would like to keep her a little bit more on our side, so maybe we keep her on the council that way, just diplomatically. Honestly, going from a 5 to an 8 doesn't really matter very much. Yeah, I don't know about that. Oh, why can't I serve at the capital? Oh, I need 5 gold for that. Or I need 50 gold total. We could ignite some Knigets, go on a pilgrimage, we could convert to local culture. What's our current culture? Oh, right, well, we're Norman. And the culture here is probably some sort of German. There we go, Saxon. County's not of our culture. We could convert over... Well, sorry, that's not me. But still Saxon. We could actually decide to embrace the Saxon culture. If we're going to expand in this area, it's all going to be Saxon as opposed to Norman, right? Maybe we should just embrace the Saxon culture. What's our husband? Hang on, did I click on the right person? Oh, he's no longer in armor anymore. Now he is. Okay. Yeah, he's Saxon. How about we just do that? You're gonna embrace the entire Saxon culture? Yeah, we need a lot of children to go and win this this war. I think I kind of like that idea. Yeah, she's a siren. She knows how to fit in. Sure, let's be German now. 500 prestige. Still, I think that's worth it. Oh, change our dress slightly. Okay, done. Look at us, we're Saxon now. We need to choose a lifestyle. So, as a vampire, because we're a little bit more frozen and static, it does take a lot longer to develop these things. So, like, our experience, I think in regular CK3, you'd get about 30 per month, depending on various modifiers. Here we're looking at about 7 per month, so it's definitely a lot slower. We could focus on diplomacy. We do have the 40%. Whoops. We do have the 40% boost here because of our education, and this is still very handy. I mean, maybe the family hierarchy doesn't matter as much. Although, no, friends is good. We do people we embrace. We don't have natural born children, but we do embrace people, make them into vampires, and they count as our children here. Presumably, that might apply to them. You know, prestige per dread and things like that, perhaps. On the other hand, it's kind of tempting to perhaps just focus on... Oh, I didn't realize we weren't paused. To kind of focus on perhaps our vampiric disciplines. I think I do kind of like that idea. So, where do we go? I don't know if it matters which one of these focuses we choose on. Like, these all correspond to these discipline trees. I don't know if I can take the potence for focus, but then work on celerity, or how that works. I'm not entirely sure. If choosing a discipline, I would go for fortitude of what you have, or auspex. Maybe? The thing is, both potence and celerity would be fairly useful for making us a little bit stronger in potential fights that could happen. We'll see. It doesn't matter which one you choose. Okay. So, because they're all the same. Is the plan to change them later on? Because if, like, the focus literally doesn't matter. I mean, obviously, you know, if I'm picking something choleric, or I'm picking something in melancholy, or so on and so forth. Yeah. So, does Auspex Diabolarize scheme resistance? Okay. Auspex seems like it is going to be quite good defensively. Actually, it's good defensively and offensively. Holy shit. So we have protection, like we have hostile scheme resistance, but we'll also get hostile scheme power. Did I mention you should drink blood? Yeah. I kind of feel like maybe starting with Auspex will help us. Can you be murdered in this mod? Oh, 100%. Yeah, it might be good so Alex doesn't kill you in secret. I think I like this idea. We're going to take, we'll actually take the Auspex focus as well. Boom. So this is phlegmatic experience is what we need over here. And we are going to get a little bit of it. The other way we can get more is by eating people or drinking from people with, like, phlegmatic dispositions or something like that. I mean, we are slightly peckish. Should we start a little hunt? I don't know. Oh, here's what I want to do. I'm going to survey the capital button, which is new in this particular, like the 1.4 build, I think. We'll lose stress, not that we have... Oh, costs us money. Right, that's... Do we want to spend 50 gold doing this? I think it is quite good. There's a variety of events that can happen to buff up our land. Or we could save up the money for a direct construction that we want to do. I believe the things that can happen when you survey are going to be modified based on what buildings you have. And for an example of a building could be a blood tax over here, which doesn't cost us money to build, costs us prestige, increases our tax holding. Does slow the development growth, and for some reason people will be a little upset if a bunch of them just start bleeding from time to time. Oh yeah, you keep building slots through it, yeah. You know what, I think we should start with the blood tax, because we need some gold income to come in. And this is going to be a huge bump to our income, like a substantial bump. What do we think? A little blood? A little blood tax? I think we're a little blood tax, just a soupçon blood taxing. If we do get some more prestige, we can upgrade it some more later on. Blood for the blood throne. We got some bits as well from Constable Nicholas. Thank you very much. Oh, we got a few other things we can do. We can find mortals. We can blood surge, so yeah, we can boost our strength by consuming some of our blood, drain animals if we want to feed, spawn an army. Now, I may have missed it, but is it the blood hunger? I don't think I can bring it down to 0 without completely killing someone, right? And the problem is if I completely kill someone, I might get caught and become a murderer. And I don't think we can ever shake off the murderer trait, so that seems kind of bad. We do have to worry about being ousted. That is what the masquerade level is. Currently we have, we're completely hidden, so that's good. You have to eat someone to bring it down. I don't think you have to eat someone to, like, bring it down to a 1, but I think to bring it all the way down to a 0, you need to completely finish a feed. Yeah, kill a mortal. What we could do, though, is we could do a little hunting. And I was going to say, we need, I think we need to, like, have finished Auspex or something like that, and then we could actually hunt for people with a particular essence, like phlegmatic people. Please do clergy. And it depends on your blood potency. The higher it is, the more you have to drain. Cool. All right, someone wants us to feed on clergy. Sure, let's do that. Resonance. Yeah! Let's get a priest or a nun or something like that. What do you want for dinner? Oh, you know, I'm not that hungry. I'll have none. Uh-oh. To whom it may concern. So, butt-faced Alexander. I've enclosed the incriminating documents. Let me reiterate that you are not to speak of this to anyone, not even my liege. Duke Jurgen von Verden is aware that these exist, and it must stay this way. Okay, he's just... So, Alex found out that Jurgen is a 6th generation vampire, and so he sent it to me. I don't know why, but sure. Okay. Now, none of that. Eat the Pope! New blood. Searching the area, find a number of mortals nearby which would be vulnerable to your machinations. But did we find like 5 different people that we potentially feed from? Alright. So, I'm gonna hunt, herdify, embrace. We can make someone into a ghoul, which is feeding a mortal a little bit of vampire blood. Gives them some supernatural things. Let's just hunt and hope we get some XP. There you go. 95% chance of success. 95% chance of not getting caught. Let's hunt. And I can run 2 plots. I think you can only hunt 1 person at a time. I'll try to herdify this other guy. You. Although, I guess I could have checked for stats. Because maybe it's someone that we could even put into a... No. We'll just herdify this guy. Herding is more effective in the long term. You can do it at the same time as hunting. Yeah. So, we're going to hunt 1 and herdify the other. Negotiate an alliance with someone. Yeah, we want alliances. And declare war on Matriarch Saliana. I don't know if we're going to do that. Title heir for the Duchy of Anhalt. Oh, I'd like to vote for myself, please. 5% chance you expose the masquerade 1 month in. Honored by your request, glad to call you as an ally. Lovely. Countess Lutgard La Blanche of Chartres. Excellent. Boom, boom, boom. Converse someone the Pope is a vampire and attempt to assassinate him. I mean, the Pope might be a vampire. I don't know. There are hunter characters and stuff, and you can actually play a hunter campaign in here as well if you want to play that vibe. Fortunately, there's not much of a masquerade without Camarilla found. Yeah, it's you know, it's a different level of strictness. Although those are laws we can set up. Yeah, modify feudal contract. It's quite different in this game. You know, there's some of the same stuff, but there's a lot of stuff with our liege in terms of how strictly we enforce certain vampiric traditions. So, you know, the 6th tradition, the masquerade, is currently lax for us. It could be strict. We could maybe negotiate all the way down to none, you know. Because right now, if we break the masquerade too much, our liege can be upset with us. But masquerade in this case means avoiding an army of peasants with torches and pitchforks. Exactly. The, like, organized version of these rules, which is basically what the Camarilla is, was in response, I think, to the Inquisition. Something like that. I don't know all my lore. But something like that. Alright, our blood tax is about to finish. So our income will go up, and I think that's going to be very useful. Yeah, I think the Camarilla gets founded in the 1400s, and we're in the 1200s. Something like that. Council of Thorns was in the 1500s? Okay, so yeah, somewhere in that vibe. So yeah, we're at least a couple 100 years before the Camarilla. Yeah, I'm less worried about the pitchforks, and more like the torches. Alright, so our blood tax kicked in, our economy is going up substantially, that's nice. Theoretically, I could level up the blood tax to the next level. That would just, you know, the peasants would get that much crankier, and the development would be slowed that much more. And, you know, as a vampire, we're really just a parasite on things. I don't know, should we increase it? The first one was quite nice, because it's 0.5. The next level is only going to go up to 0.8, so we're only gaining 0.3 more. I'm not sure that it's worth pushing the same way. So maybe what we'll do is just save up some money for some of the other buildings. 1493. All right. Don't mention raising the stakes. Vampires don't like that kind of talk. Fantastic. Oh, yeah, I didn't actually assign my council to anything. Although right now, collecting taxes is probably correct. There's no promotion of cultures, foreign affairs. We don't have vassals to improve. Well, we have a little bit, but we don't really have to worry about vassal opinion too much. So the option that gives us some prestige is quite good. Organized levies is probably better than trained commanders. I don't know if it matters too much. Blood! I've tracked my prey. You take the first bite and he succumbs to the kiss. How much blood will you drink? So yeah, we can just have a little sip. Oh, I'd actually lose stress because I'm compassionate. Take a little sip. He has melancholy resonance. So unfortunately not phlegmatic, which is what we're looking for, if I recall correctly. Yeah, phlegmatic. So he's not phlegmatic, which is too bad. You know, we could drink more, but it doesn't actually matter. In fact, if we do a lot, we're going to gain stress because we're compassionate. So we really are about just taking the slightest nibble. We don't have any stress right now. So both of these give me the same amount of XP. So we'll just take a little sip. And then, yeah, we have herdified Garrow over here. Amazing posture. 10 gills. How much is a gill? Makes me think of Archer. And yeah, so now we have, we have Manipulate Herd over here, where we can set up certain things. So including, like, regular amounts. Oh, he's phlegmatic! There you go. So what we could do is automatically take a sip over and over, and just to build, so we'd be building 4 more experience per month, which is 40% more than what we're currently doing. We could take more, but it would take longer to recover. Oops. Yeah, for 1 year. I think the best thing to do, so that's 4 months, it's still only 4 experience. So, a sip, 4 experience every month, theoretically. More efficient, take more. Is it, though? Because that's still only 4 experience. This is only 4 experience. I mean, we could take more if we wanted to become satiated. That would kill him. I guess the advantage of killing the herd member is that we wouldn't actually... I don't think there's any chance we get caught. Their experience grows over time. Oh, like recharges? If you don't feed from them, they'll gain more experience. Okay. So right now, this one's not going to be worth much. But if I just let it sit for a bit, then it'll turn out that it's going to be more efficient to just do the big feed every night, like from time to time. So we're just going to leave it right over there. Okay. Michael Scot. What, he's going to like promise tuition for like all of our school kids? Something like that? The science advisor and court astrologer of Emperor Frederick II is a strange Englishman named Michael Scot. This evidently learned individual is often accused of black magic since he seems to know more about the inner workings of the world than anyone should. As far as you can tell, though, he is not possessed by any supernatural force yet. His knowledge of heaven and God is of special interest to you as a being cursed by the Creator himself, and you wonder if Scot could be an asset in the endeavor. Separating him from the Emperor's court and faking his death as an accident wouldn't be easy, but it is within your power. So this gives me the ability to try to embrace someone over here. And we can either use money or prestige and try to embrace them. So the advantage of this is we would have a child who theoretically apparently would like us a lot, and he does have really good stats. We could embrace him, and then we should be able to throw him on our court, right? So I think we should do that. What's the blue skull? It's because he's mortal. He is not a vampire. He is an innocent. He's an innocent. Yeah, let's go for the embrace. Gold or... I think we'll just spend the prestige here. I mean, ideally, I don't want my prestige to go negative. But I would like the gold to maybe do a little bit of development in our realm. Halco, thank you very much for the whiskey and chocolate contribution. I mean, the blood and donuts contribution. How do vampires want their steaks? Raw and bloody. I thought you were going to say not at all. Thank you very much, Halco. So, yeah, we're going to pull some strings. Would he be a better fit as a Tremere? No one would be a better fit as a Tremere. He is pretty smart. Maybe he's a good writer, right? Could be an author. Toreador embrace all kinds of people. He must have some sort of creative streak. In fact, he's called. He writes stuff. We like it. Let's pin this guy just so we don't lose track of him. But let's pull some strings. Go ahead and brace someone. Yeah, you can brace mage. What? You trip out. I think it depends on which version of the mage books. Because I thought mages theoretically could be embraced, but what it does is it destroys their avatar, their arete, or whatever. And so they lose all their magic powers. I think they can be embraced, but it destroys their connection to magic. So it's like one of those like most terrifying threats. Because it actually destroys their avatar, their soul. So it's worse than just killing them, is, I believe, at least, from the mage's point of view. So yeah, we should get a follow-up event to attempt to embrace. Yeah, Michael Scot, Mage of Mathematics. I mean, he's a courtier now. We haven't embraced him. We just have a narrow window. Oh, do I have to scheme? Oh, I see. I feel like this was different than when I did the event the last time around. I thought that happened automatically. Now, this is interesting. Due to CK3's limitations, if they are older than you, making them a child might not work correctly. And he is older than us. I don't know, we'll try. It'll suck if, no vampire puns intended. It will suck if this doesn't work, because he's quite good. I mean, it's not really costing us much to pursue this, but it will be disappointing if we don't get him. The same, you always have to scheme. Maybe I did it automatically, because I did do this in my test run like a month ago. I must have just forgotten that I hadn't done the scheme. Okay, everyone's spying on poor Jurgen here. So we know that he preys on the temperate. Right, because the thing with the Ventru is that they want to feed from a specific type of person. I could Ghoul him, I suppose, that's true, if this doesn't work. And then we'll have to throw him a party, of course. Because ghouls just want to have fun. Oh, Bishop Ronald's been taking prisoners. All right, good for him. I found out a secret about my liege. Better tell the liege's wife. I don't know. Maybe they think they can curry some favor with me. They might not realize that I married him for love. They might have thought it was part of a manipulation, because that would be very vampire-y. I'm super proud of that one. Indeed. Can I put him in court chaplain position yet? No. Right, okay, so we do have a dynasty, which is right here, Toreador. So yeah, we are House Andrew so we are a house of the Toreador dynasty is the way that it's implemented over here. That's not the one I wanted. I wanted to open legacies. So they're going through Ashen Nobles over here. Powerful noble opinion is boosted. Unlock special buildings as well. 'Tis ours the dignity they give to grace. So wait, do all of us get +2 diplomacy? That's quite nice. Unlock special child education event. Okay. And we can recruit elite swordsmans. Well. Okay, yeah, we have gotten a boost to our diplomacy over here. Indeed, we do have the extra +2. From "'Tis ours, the dignity they give to grace," which is a great name. Like that. You can embrace werewolf slaves? What? They just want to warn the damsel in perceived distress. Yeah, they don't know how much of a power player we're going to be here. Especially once we Diablerize Alex. Which, okay, I should have actually acknowledged the ideas. We could consider the scheme to Diablerize. But first of all, it's very unlikely to succeed currently. And I believe the Diablery scheme will always end in a duel. His prowess is 47. Our prowess is 23. I mean, 23 is really good when compared to mortals. But unfortunately, we wouldn't be in a good position there. It's also the murder scheme, but we are really unlikely to do that. Yeah, we gained a ton of stress because we're compassionate. Yeah, Diablerize means to feed on another vampire so completely that you even consume their soul. It absolutely kills the other vampire and gives you a massive power boost on your character. I don't know if the rules and the exact mechanics have changed in V5, especially with all this blood potency stuff and things like that. But the way it used to work is basically if you Diablerize an older vampire than you, your generation would lower. I mean, the number would go lower. You'd become closer to Cain, basically. It would let you kind of just level up your entire vampiric identity, but it's considered to be unbelievably like criminal act in vampire society. It actually even taints your aura for a long period of time, especially depending on how powerful the other vampire is. People with Auspex could usually notice. We'll see. All right. I've orchestrated events so that Michael Scot has fallen within my clutches. In a secluded place, he will not be able to escape. Shall I grant immortality even if it means his damnation? Will he be grateful, or will he resent me forever? Did my sire have these thoughts? So we're going to try to embrace Michael Scot. Again, we're not sure if it'll work because he's older, but we'll see. It's going to kill him, transform into a vampire. It is going to cost us some prestige, or some piety, sorry. Blood fleeting resonance, sanguine resonance. We're going to gain a bunch of stress because we're compassionate. It feels wrong to us to embrace them. So here's the problem. If this fails, it'll suck that we have a bunch of the stress. I don't mind about spending everything else. Being stressed out about it and failing will be brutal. Yeah, us being compassionate is going to be like, it's a huge crutch. Look at my face. Look at my face! What? It seems to have worked. Your new child has taken, we're not listed as children yet, but maybe we got to get through this event first. Your new child has taken his first tentative steps into the night. Now experienced enough to understand how to feed, it will soon be time to begin a formal education, which will be very important for his future, but also your relationship. What will your approach be? We can teach him his place. The education will provide obedient, if unaspired, childer, keep him close with some liberty, so a balanced education, or Michael Scot will figure it out on his own. With this education, Michael Scot is more likely to turn out good, but also more free-spirited. Yeah, spaghetti face. Yeah. How do we feel about this? 1, 2, or 3? So 1 is like, theoretically, he's going to be more loyal. 3, he might get better stats? CK3 engine doesn't allow to list characters that are older than you as your children. Bunch of 2s. Even approach. All right, done. So yeah, I don't know. This might just fail. Oh, Liege goes to war. Proconsul Julia and Antasia declared war on Duke Arhan Voorhees. All right. Clueless child. Your progeny has had a hard time understanding that as a vampire, rules are different than they were in mortal life. His habits as a living being are hindering him, and administrating the web of informants and agents seem to be way above his understanding right now. You could organize a practice mission to teach him the ropes, or just give up on that part of the... Okay, so yeah, he is hopeless when it comes to intrigue. Record books are off limit to you. Oh, he's going to lose stewardship. Okay, I'm going to spend money to try to train him. We don't have a lot left over, though. We might find ourselves in a big hole trying to get this child that doesn't work. I should have done a save before embracing him. Education, matters of faith. So far, your child has followed your faith, mostly because you said so. Obviously, though, he is far from understanding the inner workings of the beast and how to deal with it. The beast is the thing within all vampires that just wants them to feed. You will have to take some time to start this part of the teaching, or hire some learned practitioners the road to help your progeny along. First thing you need to know. So this is going to give me more stress, which will actually cause me to have a stress break, which isn't good. Or listen to your teachers, they aren't cheap. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to go into a deficit. I mean, it's one of my streams. Of course we're going to go into debt, right? I should have never tried to embrace this guy, because I'm not even sure it's going to work. Nope. Take the stress, people said. Oh, well. Education. Lack of ambition. As of late, your child is approaching his own life in a more careful manner than before. Satisfied by staying in the shadows, he appears content on letting responsibilities and dangers to others. Even still, he often provides his expertise when needed. Although reassuring for you to have a seemingly trustworthy child, you might have other plans in the future. Now to grow a spine, or one less potential rival. We're going to do this. He's going to convert to Via Consuesor. Which we will consider to be a stray. So there's going to be some drama here because we don't have the same belief system. It would have been nice to burn the stress off, but we'll do this. Okay, this is someone else that we could embrace. We're just gonna say no.